Hi, I am Ayesha D'Mello from Ayesha's Kitchen. I teach Indian cooking classes in Miami. Today, I'm going to teach you a really simple appetizer that anyone can make at home called Aloo Tikki. Aloo is potatoes, tikkis are little patties. So we're going to make aloo tikkis, which are potato patties mixed in with some traditional spices and herbs, formed into patties and then pan-seared. So the ingredients you're going to need for making aloo tikki, we got boiled potatoes, finely chopped yellow onions, finely chopped fresh cilantro, breadcrumbs that are fresh, green chilies that are chopped finely, and cumin seeds. So we've got 2 cups of boiled potatoes. I like to use russet potatoes. They tend to be dry, so they work well when you're trying to form the patties. So we've got 1/3 of a cup of yellow chopped onions. Okay. So now we're going to add some cilantro, which is organic, freshly chopped, finely chopped, 1/3 of a cup. 1/3 of a cup of fresh breadcrumbs. We've got a teaspoonful of green chilies. This is jalapeno chilies, which has got a lot of heat. So when you're using it, make sure you wash your hands off and don't touch it to your eyes because it is going to start to burn you. I like to use coarsely ground natural sea salt. We're going to put about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, but really salt is to taste, so I leave that up to you. And now we're going to mix up the potatoes with the rest of the ingredients. What you want to make sure is your potatoes are really boiled well, because it's not going to mush very well otherwise, and if you try to form the patties, they're going to fall apart. So you want to make sure it's mashed well. Okay, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of whole cumin seeds. There we go. And that's going to give it nice texture. So now that we've got all this mixed up well together, mashed well, I'm going to actually taste a little bit. With Indian cooking, it's always using your hands. So that's why I don't use a potato masher. Okay, so a little bit in your hands, into your mouth. That tastes delicious. Okay, I'm ready to form my patties. So what you want to do is take about a golf-size ball. That's what you're looking for. You roll it between the palm of your hands. You press it down gently. You don't want to flatten it too much because you're going to have a hard time frying it. So you want a little bit of thickness to it. What you want is your sides to be really evened out. And that is your patty right here. I'm going to place it on a plate and continue making the rest of the patties. Okay, that's my last one. We are going to start frying them. Let me turn the heat up. I'm going to start on high, but then we're going to go medium high. We don't need to cook the potatoes too much because they're already boiled. All we are trying to do is give it that nice crusty coating on the top. I use olive oil in my cooking. So like I said, we do not need too much oil, enough to coat the pan. So this is what you're looking at right now. Now let me tell you, if you put too much of oil, it's all going to fall apart. So the trick is not to put too much oil. We are not deep frying this. We are not shallow frying this. We're going to wait till the pan heats. If you put your hand over the pan, you will start to feel the heat. You don't want to put them in when the oil is still cold. And I can start to feel the heat now. So I'm going to start to drop them in. Again, like I said, no more than 1.5 minutes on each side is what we're looking at. It's starting to sizzle. You can lift one of them to see how it looks, right? Or the other thing is you're going to start to see a little brown crust on the outer part of the patty, which I don't see yet, which means I need to give it another 30 seconds. You can swirl it around a little bit if you want. I can now start to see a little brown crust on the bottom. I'm going to turn that over, and that's what you're looking for. You don't want to cook it where it starts to get dark brown. I'm going to do the same for this one. As you see, it's beautiful, beautiful. Gonna get the next one, and the color's getting even better. Look at that, beautiful. Wow. What you're looking for is that crusty texture. So when you bite into it, it's crusty on the out but soft on the inside. Simply gorgeous. Look at that. It's beautiful. Swirl it around. Again, give it about a minute, minute and a half on the second side. And then you want to just turn it over to test to see how it's looking on the bottom, which it is looking beautiful. I've got some homemade date and tamarind chutney that I also teach in my cooking classes. I've also got a delicious mango chutney. Take a little bit of the date and tamarind chutney and a little of the mango chutney. You've just learned how to make aloo tikkis. I look forward to you trying it in your kitchen and serving it to your guests. From My Me Dish, this is Ayesha D'Mello.